Let's look at something. Now, the MPP in 2016 used Ghana's presence in IMF as a major campaign message. That was actually something that, I mean, our current head of the economic management team, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, used, I mean, on his campaign trips, telling the people that indeed we shouldn't even have gone to the IMF in the first place, and it is basically due to mismanagement. Didn't we anticipate that there could be situations where globally economies will be affected, and then hence should have advised their jabs and then all the aggression with which they spoke against the entire IMF program, making it look like something devilish? Because, I mean, listening to senior government officials like Alan Kojo Chamante, I mean, he created the impression that going to the IMF is not a bad thing. If the country needs it, the country must head towards IMF.
Indeed.
So how did we then, the MPP then paint it so black?
The IMF is not a devil sport. The IMF is not a bad thing. But what takes you to the IMF is what matters. You don't borrow to come and spend on Tinchinga and those things. You borrow to support your economy. This is the report from IMF. IMF program helps restore luster to a rising star in Africa in the case of Ghana. Ghana went to 2015. This is their report in 2015. They went to Ghana went to IMF in 2015 for three main reasons: one, to restore debt sustainability; two, to strengthen monetary policy; and three, to clean up the banking system. Let us ask ourselves, when was the banking sector cleaned up?
Somewhere 2017,
2018. And this cost Ghanaians about 11.7 billion Ghana cedis, which was paid by the President Akufo-Addo government. Meanwhile, the NDC went to the IMF because they told IMF and Ghanaians that they were coming to clean up the banking sector. They couldn't clean up the banking sector. When Ghana went to IMF, we had money to pay about 54 million Ghana cedis to Woyome as the judgment debt. Between 20...
Under the erstwhile NDC.
Yes. And this was a country that was at IMF, was begging for money at IMF. But that is not the case now. Right now, the case is that, like the President Akufo-Addo said, we know how to bring back the economy, but we don't know how to bring back lives. When Ghana was hit with COVID, the main agenda of the government and its cabinet was to protect lives and livelihood. Because the economy, we can always bring back the economy like we are bringing back the economy now.
I would want to ask...
But let me end. But in 2015, that was not the case. And so the case or the circumstances that sends you to IMF is very important. Because right now, if without COVID, without Russia, Ukraine, and President Akufo-Addo tells us that Ghana, MPP, we are going to IMF, then it means we are heading for doom. But that is not the case now.